What's good, Max Squad? Welcome back to a new video, and if you're a first timer, welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video. We're about to react to the most dangerous female prisoners. Hope you guys like this video. This is something new to the channel, but without further ado, guys, let's hop into this reaction video. Give your thoughts of the video at the end of the video. Let's get it. Let's go.
Most dangerous female
prisoners.
They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and killers like
Let's
Michelle
see.
Blair definitely cement this. In a Detroit, Michigan home, Blair was threatened with eviction,
of course.
when she refused to get a job to pay her dues.
Eviction,
A court was
all right.
dispatched to evict her, but what they found in her home
Got an
was
eviction.
shockingly terrifying. Inside a freezer, they found the bodies of Stephen and Stoney Blair, who apparently had to have been dead for 3 years. With an apology,
3 years? You had kids? Oh, that just sent chills in my body, bro. 3 years? God, you're freaking sick in the head.
Michelle was arrested and tried for murder, and her excuse was that she was killing demons who sexually abused her kids. But there was no evidence to support this claim. In court, Blair was remorseless and had a very nonchalant attitude, to the point of interrupting the judge several times. It turned out the killings were so horrendous they included suffocation, skinning, making them drink Windex, and pouring boiling water on.
Boiling water, Windex. Like Windex, bro? You made your kids drink Windex and then you poured boiling water on their skin?
Them. Blair was so bold that she admitted to the judge that she would kill them again, but she wouldn't get the chance since she was sentenced to life.
What the hell?
Prison.
What the hell did they do to you?
To the Michigan Department of Corrections for the rest of your life without the possibility of parole.
While Blair was remorseless, Shayna Hubers was a full-on psychopath.
Let's see what she
Hubers was
done.
on trial for the murder of her boyfriend, Ryan Poston. Apparently, the couple had been in a toxically abusive relationship until Hubers decided to end things horribly with the murder of Poston. She even called the police to admit it. Hubers claimed self-defense against Poston's abuse, though, and interrogations, Hubers seemed very
Man, we really got some delusional people in this world, and it's crazy, yo. It's crazy, yo.
unusual. She was walking around, singing and talking to herself, commending her acting skills. Probably not something a murder suspect wants on video. In her trials, Hubers continued to claim that she murdered Poston in self-defense, and that he was abusive towards her.
I bet you there was no
Witnesses
proof of
against
that.
Hubers came forward, including her own former cellmate. With all evidence and witnesses against her, Hubers was sentenced to 40 years in prison, with a possibility of parole after 30.
Only 40 years for killing somebody? So was it really self-defense? Guys, I'm looking the wrong way. I'm looking this way. I'm so high, bro. Oh my God. Instead of looking at the camera, guys, I'm looking at the light, bro. It's because it's a soft light, but yeah, 40 years for killing somebody. I really hope it was self-defense. But 40 years? Damn, and parole?
34 years. Until things took a Hollywood-style twist, and a jury member turned out to be a felon himself. So the case was looked into one more time. But Hubers didn't get off
The jury was guilty himself?
lightly, still getting a life sentence, but a possibility of parole after 17 years. It's tragic when murder comes out of love, but even more tragic when it comes from your own family. Such
Yo,
as
that
with
is
Sandra
crazy.
Lane. In Detroit, Michigan,
So-
17-year-old John.
Yo, what's up with Detroit? Got the delusional people, yo. Detroit, y'all okay out there?
Jonathan Hoffman was staying with his sweet 75-year-old grandmother when she turned out to be all but. As they got into an argument over his drug use,
Of
only to
course.
Sandra to suddenly pull out a 9mm Glock and shoot her grandson 6 times.
Damn, I thought it was him that shot her, but damn, she shot him.
Hoffman tried to call 911, but Sandra's fury was too much, firing off the killing blow while he was on the phone.
I hate eating popcorn. I got stuff seeds stuck in my freaking mouth, my teeth. My grandma shot me. Like, that would hurt me just saying my grandma shot me, man. Damn.
In court, Sandra claimed it was self-defense, and two sides of the families being at odds, some supporting Sandra, and others like her own daughter, calling her pure evil. A daughter's comments can still be hurtful enough, and they reduced Lane to
It
tears
looked like
in
an evil
court.
person.
She was adamant that it was self-defense.
I'm done. I can't take it back.
Even though the jury didn't agree. Sandra eventually got 20 to 40 years in prison, which is
She'd be
practically
dead
a
by
death
the time.
sentence, given her
Yeah, I was
age.
like, yeah, she pretty
The
much
cause
is
of
dead.
murder can make cases far wilder, just like
Sandra,
Shelby
right in hell,
Isaac
man.
got
Never
the blood
kill
of
your
3
grandson. I
people
don't
on her
care.
hands over something as
I don't care how mad you were, Sandra. Like, that was just a dumb move. Like, should have did something else. Call the police, man.
trivial as hair extensions. When Isaac bought
All right, guys, we got an ad. Sorry, guys, we had an ad. Oh, we're back. Let's get it.
some from Eddie Tate and Edwina Thomas, she wanted to return her purchase, but she took her complaint to an insane degree by shooting both Tate and the then pregnant Edwina, killing their unborn child too.
Rest in
Isaac
peace.
almost got off easy with her charges being dropped. When they were reinstated by a grand jury, Isaac couldn't face reality in court, collapsing onto the floor under the
Tennessee
table.
cheated.
While some believed she was just acting,
Bro,
the
this is
judge and jury went
crazy.
on with their business as if nothing had happened whatsoever. Isaac ultimately received 30 years in prison for her crimes, where she'd have
30
to replace
years?
the court carpet she was lying on with a cold prison cell floor.
Four-person of the jury. Ms. Murphy, is that your verdict? Mr. Hall, is that your verdict?
They always want to put a show on when they in court, but they don't ever think about it beforehand. Should have thought about that before you fainted in court.
Ms. Foster, is that your...
It's hard to believe some things can be worse than murder, but Allison Weaver proved it. In Oakland County, Michigan, a woman
Bro, this is literally every person in Michigan. What is up with Michigan, man? Like, what are y'all doing out there to be this crazy?
found herself facing terror against cannibalism when she went home with Allison Weaver. When Weaver, under the effects of drugs and alcohol, tried to seduce her, the woman ended up in the bathtub with bite and strangling marks, with her
What
ear
the hell?
partially bitten off, all while being sexually assaulted by Weaver. In court,
This dude freaking bit off her ear?
the woman was all tears as she was forced to remember the terror.
My life changed forever.
Ooh,
I let Allison Thompson Weaver in my home, and in return, she tried to kill me.
Weaver
Oh,
gave an apology.
it was a female.
Nothing can make up for the psychological damage and trauma
Oh.
she caused. Even the
Damn,
judge
she bit
described
off
it
her
as the
ear?
most horrific case
She
in her
crazy.
career.
But I've been up here for 25 years, and I've seen murder cases that were not nearly as violent as this case.
yeah,
Shockingly,
that's
Weaver
crazy.
only received 10 to 15 years, a sentence which many people believed was far too light. At least she has to
I
register
mean,
as a sex offender, hereby
I don't
ruining
think she
her
killed the
future.
person,
The
though,
world
so
is safe that these murderers
10,
were
15 years and then
parents.
parole,
Unfortunately,
right?
Seth and Tatiana Welch
Or life on parole.
were. Near Grand Rapids, Michigan, a 10-month-old child lost her life due to malnutrition and THC in her system. The killers were her own parents, Seth and Tatiana Welch. Apparently, inside the couple's home,
Michigan
things were
has some
extremely
crazy
unhealthy,
people.
with mold, vermin, and unlivable conditions for an adult, let alone a child. When their daughter Mary was suffering from malnutrition, they refused medical assistance for crazy religious reasons until Mary died.
Is a charge called homicide, felony murder. It is
What?
life without parole.
In court, Tatiana seemed completely clueless, and she claimed that she had no idea what killed little Mary. She also claimed that Seth was abusive, and that somehow this prevented her from taking care of her child.
Bruh.
Regardless, Seth and Tatiana would both receive life in prison, without a possibility of parole. Murder is bad enough, but arguing about it in court takes real nerve.
Who
Such
really
as
killed the kid, man?
Amir Gamet, whose crimes extended all the way to the
It
courtroom.
looked
You're gonna
crazy.
shut your mouth or I'm gonna have some duct tape put on it.
After brutally murdering her boyfriend, Marcel Hill, in a gruesome way, including stabbing him 11 times and hitting him with a frying pan, lap, and a table, Gamet stood in court, claiming it was somehow all self-defense.
The way I was portrayed, mostly everything was lies. There was a little bit of truth, but mostly I was convicted off of lies.
Gamet was extremely provocative, arguing with the judge and constantly commenting. The judge even got so angry that he threatened to duct tape her mouth. This led to even her attorney telling the judge to do what he needs to do. What he needed to do was give her a life sentence without possibility of parole. It didn't end there, though, as she got on the judge's nerves one last time, and he just went off.
She's
Agree with the
crazy.
family. I hope you die in prison as well.
On the opposite end of Gomet,
Yeah, I don't
some
blame the
defendants
judge
are
for saying
surprisingly pleasant
that woman
like
crazy.
Christine and Jeremy Moody, who took it upon themselves to
two?
deliver vigilante justice on sex offender Marvin Charles Parker when they shot him and his wife Gretchen in their own home.
Oh,
It was
shit.
easy enough to arrest the Moodys, given the fact that they were neo-Nazis and part of a white supremacist group called
Of
Crew
course.
41. Strangely, though,
course.
the Moodys were very cooperative in court, with Jeremy even offering the police to give them the location of another sex offender.
And I believe that God has forgiven me of it. I want the court to know that I've lost everything that matters to me, my children, my wife, and my family. On the right medication, this would have never happened.
The Bible clearly states thou shalt not kill. I'm sorry I broke that commandment, but I truly believe God has forgiven Jeremy and I.
In court, the Moodys were all smiles and apologies,
That cop was like,
asserting their faith in God, asking the judge to be able to see their kids, and even pleading guilty. It got to them kissing in court right in front of everyone. It was probably their last kiss, though, as they both received consecutive life sentences. Talk about a bad breakup.
While you were watching videos on YouTube, today so far I've already made $10.7 thousand.
Oh, whoa. What happened?
Most dangerous.
Oh, I guess that was the end of the video, guys. Oh yeah, that last couple was the end of the video, guys. I did not know, but damn, these people are freaking crazy. The first lady that freaking stored her kids for freaking 3 years, bro, she's freaking crazy. We gonna go back to her. I want to see what they said on that one.
To get a job to pay her dues, a crew court was dispatched to evict her, but what they found in her home was shockingly terrifying. Inside a
This one
freezer,
right here.
they found the bodies of Stephen and Stoney Blair, who apparently had have to have been dead for 3 years. With an apology,
Ooh.
Michelle was arrested.
That right there is a sick person. She is a sick person. Wow. Like, wow. You are a sick person. Like, wow. Like, I'm sorry, guys. This 3 years stored in the freezer, and they both were young too. Man, I hope you guys liked that video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Comment down below what you would like me to react to. Until then, guys, I will catch you on the next video. Peace out.